You know, in some moments in your life, you gotta ask yourself, is it worth watching sometimes? Like, sometimes it's good, but it just feels like too long. What I'm talking about is WWE Monday Night Raw. And you gotta ask yourself sometimes, 3 hours for a show. It's watchable. It's a watchable product. I'll give them that. It was a good show. But 3 hours, that's just too long. Like, I really had to drink some. Well, I can't drink. Well, I can drink coffee, but not on school nights. But I had to sip something with caffeine in it to stay awake for this while. Like lately, it seems like it doesn't seem like it's bad, but it's like it seems like it's too long. Like last week's episode was pretty good, but it just seemed like it was too long though. I'll get. I'll start reviewing it, but you gotta ask yourself, do you really want to sit through a 3 hour show? Like sometimes there's other things you can do. I like it better when it was 2 hours. It didn't feel like it was too long. I don't know what to say. So let's get right down to it as soon as it comes up. So the commentators for this show are Michael Cole and Jerry the Kid Lawler. So first it tells you what's going to happen, that there's going to be a tag match with Cena and Sheamus versus Big Show and Dolph Ziggler, all that good stuff. It tells you about the Ryback stuff, the World Championship scene. Let me get, it also tells you about the WWE Championship, pretty much everything that's big right now. So then we get Team Hell No versus the Primetime Players. Not a bad tag team match. As this match is going on, that Rollins, Ambrose, and Reigns are like watching in the skybox, and as the match continues, they were going down and the crowd. So I thought that was pretty cool. Um, this wasn't a bad tag match though. They always have good tag matches. Eventually, eventually they get too close and that distracts them. So then Daniel Young rolls up. No wait, I don't know if it was Daniel Young or Titus O'Neil, but I think it was Daniel Young actually. Daniel Young rolled up Daniel Bryan, and tried to get the win, but then Bryan reversed it, rolled him up, and got the win. Then the Shield comes out and attacks Kane and Daniel Bryan. Rollins ambushes Bryan in the ring. Reigns and Ambrose attack Bryan outside the ring. No, not Bryan. Kane outside the ring. And then Kane's arm gets trapped between the steps and the post, and they just stomp on it. Then eventually Bryan gets that three-man powerbomb from the Shield. So I thought that was fun. Good way to make your group look strong. Then John Cena and Sheamus backstage, and I didn't really understand what they were saying because half the shit that came out of Sheamus' mouth, how the fuck could you understand that bullshit? He talks about like since I was stuff, but he pretty much says that him and John are on the same page for this tag match tonight. Then AJ's backstage going to a match. Then we get the WWE app ad. We get Tamina versus AJ. Really, Tamina just dominated the match until she went to do the Superfly Splash, and AJ just rolled her up for the win. Then CM Punk comes out. He's gonna cut a promo. Paul Heyman actually talks about how and this is pretty much also to promote the Cyclopedia. He promotes the Cyclopedia by saying that his kids were reading it, and there's not enough information for WWE Champion CM Punk. I hope I get that encyclopedia because I actually might. I hope I do. I know this for a fact. I'm hoping that this is either the Attitude Era DVD or the CM Punk DVD. But I do have I've been a CM Punk mark lately. I'm going to show you one of the ornaments that we have if I can get this off. I'm going to have to show you from the tree then. I know it's a little off topic, but can you see that? CM Punk. You can see it. You can't really see it too clearly. I'm going to get it. I don't know. This is the CM Punk ornament. I didn't have this when I did my 100th video because all of the Christmas stuff was put away, but that's the CM Punk ornament. Hopefully I didn't drop anything when I put that in on, and I took that off. Okay, so let's get back to it. So CM Punk, so Papa Hall Heyman's upset that CM Punk didn't come out and promote the encyclopedia book. CM Punk says that he had nothing to do with the Brad Maddox situation, all the Shield, all that good stuff. He's beat Ryback so many times. Why is he going to face him in a tables, ladders, and chairs match? He says that, actually, Paul Heyman actually said something interesting, that at midnight he would have tied with Cena, and he did. And that to midnight on Wednesday, he actually beat John Cena's title win. That's pretty cool. I'm actually surprised they let CM Punk beat John Cena, the name and face of the WWE. So that makes you wonder, when is CM Punk going to lose that WWE Championship? But then eventually, he actually trashes the fans. He's like, I can keep my WWE Championship longer than you can keep a job, Baldy. He's pointing to the fans. Then, he says, I can keep a job, and then he trashes the fans, how he says that they can't keep married, that he can be the WWE Champion as long as he's married, longer than most people's married, and all that good stuff. Then, Miz comes out and says that he took all the shortcuts, and at least he had he owned up to his mistakes. Well, not really mistakes, but that he did it. But Punk, you're not even admitted it. So he challenges, well, actually, he challenged, so Punk challenges him to come step in the ring with him. Then Miz is like, no, I'm good. Actually, also, Punk actually did say, though, that said that if you don't think I am behind those, get up and take your stuff and leave. And Miz just says, stay, enjoy yourselves. So then, Miz proposes that Punk comes up does a lie detector test on Miz TV, and he accepts. That was fine. I thought that was going to be goofy, but then we get the WWEshop.com ad. Then we get John Cena and Sheamus versus Dolph Ziggler and Big Show. Not a bad match. Big Show and Ziggler dominated Cena. He tagged in Sheamus. He got the hot tag. Sheamus went to do the battering ram off the rope, off the turnbuckle. Big Show catches him into a spear. Then Ziggler and Big Show dominate Sheamus. Sheamus gets the hot tag on Cena. Then eventually Cena goes for the FU on Ziggler. Big Show big boots his knee. Then Sheamus gives Big Show the Irish curse, and then Cena gives Ziggler the FU and pins him for the victory. That was fine. Then it shows the CM Punk promo from what I just talked about. Then we get a tribute to the Troops ad with Flo Rida talking to Miz Piggy backstage. That was goofy. Flo Rida better sing, can you blow my whistle, baby, let me know. Girl, I'm gonna show you how to do it, and we'll start real slow. But I don't think he's gonna. But Miss Piggy, when the Muppets are on TV, it makes you feel that then you really know it's PG. You know, when SpongeBob comes up, like I am a SpongeBob fan, but I'm saying like when you see cartoon characters coming on TV right now, you really know a company's gone PG. Like I want this PG shit gone. I like the Muppets and all, but that really makes you feel like it's PG. This isn't the Muppets. This isn't the Nexus. This is this isn't Muppets. Flo Rida, he could come do his thing, but why do the Muppets need to be there? To get the kids involved. Do you honestly think someone my age is going to give a flying shit about the Muppets being there? When the Muppets were on Raw, it was complete shit. We had Santino get in like a drink so he could be the greatest wrestler in the world. But then he just ends up spitting it in Jack Swagger's face in a match, and you ruin Jack Swagger. Sheamus is fucking brothers with the Meepo. I don't fucking watch the Muppets though, because it's not really my generation, and I didn't really see the movie because I don't really like to go see movies that much. But But yeah, when the Muppets, when Kermit and Kelly kisses fucking Kermit the Frog, fucking horseshit. Ruins that's the reason why TNA is sometimes better than WWE. Then we get let me see. Then we get Damian Sandow promo. He comes out and he's gonna have someone from the fans come out and be his what's it called? I don't forget what it's called. Apprentice. And he gets another fan. Damian Sandow. He's like this, and Damian's like, calm down, thank you. I actually really like this because it gets Damian Sandow some heat. So the first question he asks him is what H2O means, water. Then he asks him how many years can you vote for president or something. I forget the second question. But the third question was a hard question. Who quoted this? And Damian Sandow knew, and of course he didn't know, and he had to go back. Then Santino comes out and asks him about a seashell question, some shit, and then Sandow, I guess, knew the answer, but it was probably the right answer. But Santino's little mind doesn't think it is the right answer. So then Santino goes to hit him with the microphone. Sandow punches him, leaves the ring. They have a match. Sandow squashes Santino. Who fucking cares? Then Dolph Ziggler and Vicky Guerrero are backstage. He says that he doesn't want to be facing Cena in tag matches. He's better by himself, so he asks for a match with John Cena at TLC, and he gets the match. And then he tells Vicky that someone's in his office. I thought it was going to be Vince, but let me get a tout ad. The reason why I'm talking about this is because Zack Ryder, JBL, and all those other people are on there. Then Vicky Guerrero and Brad Maddox are backstage. So Brad Maddox wants another contract. And he says that he's the entertainment, and he's the face, that he's great, the best. So then Vicky Guerrero puts him in a match against a random opponent, and he says that he's going to win. Then he gets Sin Cara versus Alberto Del Rio. During this, it shows a Friday Night SmackDown ad between Sheamus and Big Show. This was a good match as well. This was a great match. Sin Cara really took it to Alberto Del Rio. With the Hurricanranas, he actually Hurricaned him outside the ring into the barricade, and his back really got hurt. Then Del Rio eventually gets some payback by putting his back into the barricade. Then Del Rio did a German suplex. They went back and forth. Sin Cara did Hurricanrana, arm drag off the top turnbuckle. Then eventually Del Rio gets him into the cross arm breaker and wins. And then we get Vince McMahon backstage. He goes to one of the random camera people backstage and tells them to go get Vicky Guerrero and have him come out there. Then we get the Attitude Era DVD ad, and I hope that's what's in this. Wait, I don't think that's what it is. Has to be though. DVDs don't flop like this. In 20 days, we'll find out what this is. Okay. Yeah, but then it shows the CM Punk promo again. Then we get Vicky Guerrero promo. She has Vince come out. She tries to kiss up to him by saying you're looking good. Vince says you don't look ugly. Then he tells Vicky to stop with this AJ crap, and it really is crap. Then he says that you made a match between Dolph and Cena. So then he's like, yeah. Don't you think you should? Then Vince is like, don't you think you should add a stipulation to this match? And he's like, no, I didn't think of that. No disqualification match. And he's like, nah, it's a tables, ladders, and chairs pay-per-view. You should really add something to it. Like, maybe, and then he should suggest a ladder match. Well, actually, she whispers that in her ear, and then he says, ladder match? Great idea, but then she points out that there's nothing to put up there. So then he has Dolph's briefcase be up there, and Dolph better fucking win that match. Cause if Cena fucking wins, I'm gonna destroy the Christmas. I'm gonna be fucking pissed off because Cena does not deserve to fucking win. Dolph deserves it more than Cena. Dolph, 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 Dolph. I understand. Cena hasn't won a match in a while on a pay-per-view. Big fucking deal. He can always get his win back. Dolph can't get his win back. I don't want the same situation with Randy Orton and Kofi Kingston. Look what Kofi Kingston is now. He still isn't in the Intercontinental Championship picture. He could have been a future WWE champion. He would have been a WWE champion. But you had to have Randy win. Let me explain something. If Kofi had won there, Randy Orton could have just gotten his win back, because he was like one of the main guys. Cena's the face of the company. It doesn't really do anything if he loses. He's still going to be the face of the company. He can get his win back some other way. Just let him get his win back. Who the fuck cares? That has to have Dolph beat him, because just Jericho, he knows when it's time for him to lose. He let Punk beat him twice. He was eliminated from the Royal Rumble by Sheamus. Well, actually, technically Punk didn't pin him in Elimination Chamber, but he was eliminated. He was pinned in a Fatal 4-Way match at Over the Limit. He lost to the Money in the Bank, but he would have lost to Randy Orton. I would say that Jericho would have left as a heel. I don't even think this whole tour thing maybe would have happened if Jericho wasn't suspended. So that was really bad on their part. But yeah, just have Dolph beat Cena, and Cena can get his win back. And then Vicky says that there should be consequences if Punk is lying about not Vicky, Vince. If Punk is lying about this Shield and Maddox stuff, and the consequences are that Paul Heyman has to have a match with Ryback. And then they get Brad Maddox going for his match, tribute to the Troops ad. I forget what that was. Then we get Brad Maddox versus his opponent, Randy Orton. He does his basic moves. It was just really not that long of a match. Rope DDT, RKO. They win. Then Randy wins. Then the Shield attacks Orton. Good job. I'm actually not mad about that. Like, it's random, but you got to make a group look strong. Like it was, like the Aces and Eights. You could say that it was random. They attacked Kurt Angle. One of that gut check, Sam Shaw. That was random. But you got to make your group look strong. And I think attacking Randy Orton, one of the main guys in probably the roster, even though he's not being treated as well as he should be. Attacked by the Shield. It makes you like they took out the tag champions, and then they took out Randy Orton, and then they've taken out Ryback in the past. So I think they need to look strong. So have them take out Randy Orton. They probably don't want to have him take out Cena yet because they're fucked. It actually would be great if they took out Cena. Well, it actually would be great if Dolph was behind this. You actually could. You know what? Here's what I think you could do. You could add Punk. Punk be the leader. Well, actually, why did you have Heyman be the leader and Punk... Well, actually, have Punk be the leader. Bring Lesnar back at, like, Royal Rumble time. Then you have Punk, the Shield, and Maddox, put him in there, and Lesnar be in there. Royal Rumble, Punk beats The Rock. Then Lesnar wins the Rumble. Then Lesnar chooses to face Punk after he wins the Elimination Chamber. And then Lesnar turns face. And then, well, actually, Lesnar doesn't turn face. He can still be a heel. But then Heyman can't decide. They both want to be with Paul Heyman, so Heyman's the ref. Then Punk and Heyman Punk and Lesnar for the championship, with Heyman as the ref. Heyman screws Lesnar out of the championship, and Punk retains. I think that would be great. I don't know why they don't think of that. It probably won't happen, though, but that would be cool if that happened. Let me get Vicky Guerrero and Charles Robinson backstage. She was yelling at him about something. I don't really know what it was, but it was something. Then Dolph Ziggler's mad because he has to put his Money in the Bank briefcase out on the line, but Vince was out there. What can she really do? Like, it's not like Vince probably would have made her make that match even if she was denying it. But Dolph says that we were always saying that AJ is a power hungry person. you're just the same way. Heyman comes in, they have a stare down. Then he's like, you better hope CM Punk is telling the truth. Then he says something, I forget what it is. Cena comes in, he says, I get a chance to be the world champion. And this time when I win the Money in the Bank contract, I'm not gonna fail. Then Vicky says that she found like ties or something with in AJ's locker room, and then Cena gets mad and leaves. Then we get, well, it was supposed to be a tag team match between Kofi Kingston and R-Truth versus Antonio Cesaro and Wade Barrett. But this was great. It was rigged, but good. What happens is, it ends up, Teddy Long comes out and says that you can vote via Twitter whether you want the United States Championship to be defended or the World Championship to be, not the World Championship, the Intercontinental Championship to be defended in a fatal, and it changes the match into a fatal four-way match. Good job. That was a good job. Cesaro's is the one that got picked, so then it's Cesaro defending the United States Championship against Kofi Kingston, R-Truth, and Wade Barrett. Good match. It was a great fatal four-way. This brought prestige out the ass into the United States Championship. Wade Barrett and Kofi and Wade. Well, it started out as kind of a tornado tag match because Wade and Cesaro were working together, and Kofi and Truth were working together. But then eventually Kofi and Truth tried to stop fighting each other. Barrett and Cesaro just come in and attack them though. Then Barrett gets thrown out by a clothesline from Truth, and then Kofi Kingston takes him out with a suicide dive. Truth goes to take out Cesaro, but Cesaro catches him, and what do you do? Oh, he put his back into the barricade, and then Kofi goes to jump on him off the steps to Cesaro, but he gets caught with the uppercut, the souvenir uppercut, I'm gonna call it. Then it goes to commercial. When it comes back, Cesaro's dominating. Then Barrett comes in and he kind of interferes. Barrett and Cesaro go at it. He gets the uppercut from Cesaro, but like it's not the one where he lifts him up and he knocks it out. He just uppercuts him. Then Kofi does a crossbody to Cesaro, pins him, fails. Barrett does the choke the world slam. I forget what it's called, but on Truth and fails. Then eventually, everyone's up on the top rope. Cesaro gets an arm drag off the top turnbuckle by Kofi Kingston. Barrett goes to superplex Truth. Kofi comes in and powerbombs him, and then it's a superplex. Then eventually Cesaro gets taken out by a clothesline over the top rope with Truth and Cesaro leaving. Kofi and Barrett are stuck in the ring. Kofi does a little bit of his comeback. Cesaro then drags Kofi out onto the floor when he goes to hit the Trouble in Paradise. Then Cesaro goes to hit for the neutralizer. Barrett counters. I think Truth hits, and then he goes for the Bohemo on Truth, fails. Kofi, and then Barrett, well actually he actually doesn't fail. I think he succeeded. And then Kofi hits the Trouble in Paradise, goes to pin him, but then Cesaro hits the neutralizer and pins Kofi and retains the championship. Kind of builds up their match on main event. I wonder if that's why that was there, just because it's a good match. But good job, WWE. Good job. Putting prestige back into the United States Championship. Then it shows the reasons why Punk has to take the lie detector test because of the stuff at Hell in a Cell and Survivor Series. Then they get the day ad. I'm not even going to talk about that anymore. Then it shows the Vince and Vicky Guerrero promo from earlier in the night. Then we get Miz TV with Punk. He actually was good. Punk says that Miz, no one even remembers him main event in WrestleMania. He actually said that when Miz asked him if his real name was Punk, he said yes. He asked if it was true that if Rey Mysterio shaved his head at Over the Limit. He says yes. Then he asked if it was true if he lost to Randy Orton at WrestleMania. Then he says that at WrestleMania 27, by the way, not this year, last year. Then he says yes. Then he says, but the difference is I've done it in great fashion. You had to have help when you main event in WrestleMania against John Cena from Dwayne The Rock Johnson. I defeated Randy Orton by a RKO in mid-air. That's something to talk about. So I thought like that. So then they asked tougher questions. He asked if he thinks he could beat Ryback, but then he says yes. Then Miz is like, you could be lying, Punk, but he's like, that's an opinion question. That's an opinion. So then he asked a question about if he's behind the Shield and Maddox, but before he can answer that, the Shield comes out, attacks Miz, destroys the set. Team Hell No comes out and tries to get revenge for what happened to them earlier in the night. Then, but the numbers are not on their favor. Ryback comes out, and Kane fights, Kane, Bryan, and Ryback are fighting a member of the Shield in the crowd. Then Punk's in the ring. He kicks Miz in the ribs, throws him out, goes like this. Thinks Ryback is gone, but Ryback's back in the ring. Then he gives him the shell shock. He brings a ladder out, hits him in the ribs, hits him in the back with a chair, brings a table out, and then he powerbombs Punk with the table. So kind of building up the tables, ladders, and chairs match. Good Raw. Just a long 3 hours is a long time though, but a good Raw. That's pretty much it, guys. I'm not going to give you the links to subscribe to because I don't want to. I don't really feel like it. I'll be back later tonight, though, for my main event review. Bye! I'm going to go bye today. Bye!